Don't understand that everybody's genetic makeup is different. Some people that are bigger, it is outside of their control.
Shut the up. You are eating too much food.
Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melina, formerly fat, currently fed up. If you are new here, welcome. Again, my name is Melina, and yes, I used to be obese. I was obese and now I am an athlete. On these videos, I tend to get some comments saying, you don't know what it's like and you can't speak on this because you don't have experience. Yes, I do. I was class 1 obese. I lost all my weight in 2020. I kept it off and now I am an endurance athlete and I've been lifting consistently for 4 years. So I take that as a compliment. Hooray, I don't look like someone who used to be obese. Thank you. In this video, we are checking out a fan favorite, what I eat in a day as a fat person. I really like reacting to these because when the fat people are honest, it really shows like what they're actually eating. Because a common trope with fat people is, I don't eat that much and I eat less than what skinny people do. And no, you don't. You are a big fat liar. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. I'm in my car. I'm on my lunch break right now. It's really the only time slot that I can record. It's extremely hot. It's 90 degrees outside. I have my AC on the very lowest setting. So if I can hear it in the video, I will do my best to extract my voice, but this is what I can, this is what your girl got. I work a full-time 9 to 5. I'm an athlete. I foster cats. My time is very limited, so if I want to react to things, this is kind of how I have to do it sometimes. So let's just get right into it. I almost forgot to screen record.
Today is a fat bitch. Let's go. So the night before, a bitch had too much liquor, you know what I mean? So I woke up this morning sick as hell. So I couldn't even put cream cheese or salami.
Starting the day off with a plain bagel, not toasted, with absolutely nothing on it, screams depression meal. That's actually really sad.
Or nothing on the bagel, bitch. It was a plain bagel and some water. Then I already had the liquor shits, so I got a small coffee on the way out of town because I was gonna...
The thing with breakfast, I'm sorry to pause it so quickly, but the way that I am, and I'm not saying everyone needs to do what I do, I'm just saying what works for me, what has worked for me. I feel like I have some type of authority in speaking about these things, considering I lost all my weight, and I've kept it off for this long. So for breakfast, you want your breakfast to be as high protein as possible. I'm not talking 5 grams. I'm not talking 12 grams. No. I'm talking like 25 grams plus of protein. Because what that does is when you're eating a plain bagel like this with no protein, no fiber, none of that, it's an instant blood sugar spike. And when it goes up, it must come down. And then you're on this blood sugar roller coaster all day long. You feel sluggish, you have cravings, you feel like crap. With protein, that blood sugar spike does not happen and you have sustained satiation levels throughout the day. And you don't crave as much bad food. So in the morning, if it's breakfast time, I don't eat breakfast because I'm not hungry in the morning. I typically don't get hungry until 11:30, 12-ish, and then I'll just eat whatever I brought for lunch. Which will be like 30 plus grams of protein easily. And then I'll eat whatever for dinner, which is also high in protein. And then if I'm training, of course, I'll have my pre-workout bagel or pre-workout rice or something like that. Some simple carbs because I need the quick acting glucose because, you know, you need that when you're training. It's my only option, and I use this example a lot at work. We get donuts every Wednesday and bagels every Friday. Ask me how often I grab a bagel or a donut. The bagels I don't grab at all, simply because I love bagels, but unless I can make it how I want it, I don't really want it. And then the donuts, maybe one every 6 months or so. I genuinely just don't want them. And the thing with, if I don't have something that's higher protein for breakfast, I will just skip breakfast altogether. Because I know for me personally, if I eat that donut or if I eat that plain bagel, I'm going to be on a roller coaster into hell when it comes to cravings and my blood sugar. I will not feel good, I feel crappy, I'll feel tired, and I'll have cravings. Why would I want to feel that when I can just not eat breakfast and then wait to have an actual full satiating meal?
Shit myself. Then we went to Texas Roadhouse for lunch, and you knew a bitch had to get the cinnamon fucking butter and rolls and
Of course you did. So carbs, carbs, and more carbs.
Okay, then we got cheese fries, because what does a fat bitch look like not eating cheese fries? And Texas Roadhouse's ranch is the best.
That ranch is huge. That ranch probably has around 350 calories in it. So far she's eaten carbs, 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 fat.
Someone else, because I don't know what to tell you. I also had a salad, because fat bitches like salads, all right?
Okay, that salad is drenched in ranch, so I mean, I'll give her props for eating the iceberg lettuce and shredded cabbage, but let's be honest here, that's not a real salad. Also, it looks like there's breaded chicken and it's covered in ranch. Not a good salad. If my face is red, I'm sorry. I'll try to fix that when I'm editing, but like I said, it is extremely hot.
And now that was rude. The vegetables try to escape me. They're playing me. I had a Coke with some grenadine.
Full sugar Coke. People actually drink full sugar soda still. I don't understand why when diet sodas exist. Nothing really wrong with diet sodas. If you're weaning yourself off of full sugar, of course, drink the diet sodas. Nothing wrong with that. Ideally, you would want to eventually wean yourself off of that too, or just to have maybe one a day, like one can, or one can every few days. Also, for the flavored water stuff, there's people are like, it's not water, it's juice. And it's like, if this is what it takes for people who traditionally are not drinking water to start drinking water, let them have their freaking flavor packets. Are they the best? No. Are they full of artificial flavors and colors? Yeah, but if that allows someone to start drinking more water, just let them drink their flavored water. It's fine.
Then I had me an 8-ounce sirloin. It was supposed to be medium rare. It was more like medium, but I dipped the shit in A1 anyways because sauce.
A1 sauce is pretty sugary, I believe.
I also love vegetables, even though
If your steak is done right, like it's the right cut, and it's seared or grilled, seared. Well, I guess yeah, seared or grilled properly, you don't need sauce with it. I like to make grass-fed ribeyes, and whenever I do that, I just use butter, garlic. I'll use rosemary for Phillips, like fresh rosemary. I don't like rosemary. I'll just do garlic, butter, and that's it. And I don't add any sauce to it at all.
I'm fat. Then we came home, this is at like 8, and we had McDonald's. Now this is me eating a fry and mac sauce. Ooh, fuck. Making my mouth water. Then I had a McDouble, add mac sauce with extra onion. It literally was so fucking good. Ooh, you saw the onion escape me. Then I also had a McChicken. I took
food the food genuinely does not look good. What's insane about these videos is, imagine this is an alcoholic and we're watching them take, my favorite liquor is, let's say Captain Morgan. You watch them crack open a Captain Morgan, take their first swig, and they're just dancing. They're like, oh yeah. Full well knowing that they are an alcoholic. It's not cute. It is highly concerning, and it's pretty gross. And I'm not talking about her body being gross, which I mean, it is. I'm not attracted to these body types, but it's just gross being so deep into your addiction and then showing the entire internet your addiction. Like imagine a heroin addict shooting up and then doing a little dance. Oh yeah, like no. We would report their account first of all, which these types of accounts should be reported. This was posted in 2022. I just realized that was a while ago, so maybe she's losing weight. Let's see. The Jordan Show. You are so loved. You are so on track for type 2 diabetes if you haven't had it already. Oh, she has some gym stuff. Okay, did she finally come to light and start losing weight? If so, good. I'm glad. In 2023, I was diagnosed with cancer for being fat. Amber? So here is a real life example of what being morbidly obese, or just obese in general, can and most likely will do to you. I'm very happy she's taking control back in her life, but this is what the fat acceptance and body positivity movement will do to you. If you're in that movement, it'll be up here, but this is this is your future. There's a reason why there are no elder body positivity, fat acceptance advocates, because they die. Fun fact, if you are new here, I have misophonia. I know a lot of you guys have misophonia. I mute all chewing, slurping, gulping. I tend to mute the mm-hms because I also think those are infuriating and disgusting. So if you appreciate that fact, please consider liking this video and subscribing if you are not already. It does take a lot of work, and I have to listen. Another fun fact, I have to listen to it twice. Once while watching it, and the second time while editing it. Editing me right now is like...
What I eat today as a fat girl. Good morning, hoes. We're having breakfast. I have a rainbow bagel, cottage cheese.
I didn't know. Oh my gosh. Don't look this up, especially if you are underage. Do you guys remember Blue Waffle? That was like peak middle school days, I think. It was like 2006 or 7. Yeah, I was in middle school back then. That bagel looks not very appetizing. I know it's just dyed, but...
Cheese, eggs, and of course bacon. I'm currently washing dishes, so I'm using this.
So this breakfast, it's not inherently bad. I will say, given by how little eggs are there, this still is not high protein. I would argue maybe that's like 2 eggs scrambled, so 12 grams of protein. If you do want to up your protein, this is something that I do if I want to keep my calories lower. Use 1 or 2 eggs and then use egg whites. I believe 100 grams of egg whites is like 11 or 12 grams of protein, so it really beefs it up without adding extra calories. The bacon, you're not getting much protein from that, and then the bagel and cream cheese, you're also not getting protein for that. What I would do for this meal, like if I wanted to eat this, depending on if it was a training day or not, let's say it's not a training day, I would do half of a bagel, and then cream cheese. I love cream cheese. Your girl used to eat tubs of cream cheese when she was obese. I could eat cream cheese by the spoonful, okay? I would make the eggs. I would make them how I said, with extra egg whites. I would have half the bagel with some cream cheese. The bacon, hit or miss. Chicken sausage. Chicken sausage is generally better. Depending on the brand, Amy Lou is really, really good, minimally processed. I would use chicken sausage, and then I would also add microgreens. So I like to eat my eggs on my bagel. So I would add eggs on top of the bagel. Oh, I would use lox instead of bacon. Lox as in fish, like the salmon. I would do that, and then I would add some microgreens on top, and then maybe like a little fruit salad on the side. So strawberries, bananas, raspberries, blackberries, things like that.
I have freshly made chocolate milk from a local farm called Broom's Bloom, and of course I have to have it with ice.
Chocolate milk is really good after like a really heavy lifting day or after running, because you have your protein and then you also have all the added sugar from the chocolate, and that's good for a post-workout snack. I wouldn't drink chocolate milk just like this. Personally, if you do, that's okay. I guess that's fine. I'm not coming for you. Don't get the things that I say in my video. If you are being offended or triggered by them, I'm not talking to you. I don't know you. I'm talking about myself and then the person in the video.
Oh wow, that is really good. Yep. For dinner tonight, I made chicken teriyaki bowls with pork soup dumplings.
The dinner was okay. I can't imagine that being very high protein. And that cake in the beginning, I heard, so that looks like the cake you get from vending machines, and I heard those are absolutely trash. They say, if I'm thinking about the right one, they say on the packaging, it's like, oh, these are baked fresh daily and they're delivered daily. No, there's a girl on TikTok and YouTube, I believe. She lives in Vegas and she does like all the cool Vegas stuff, and she debunked that. That's a huge piece of cake. That's crazy work. And you realize how much you've been overeating.
For that much Chick-fil-A sauce, and we're not 315 calories for that much Chick-fil-A sauce, and we're not only eating 1 cup of cereal, 98 calories. We are eating an entire bowl of cereal. This is when you know you're overeating. Almost 300 calories, 63 total.
Only 300 calories, and that's the cereal alone. That's not even adding milk to it. This is a cool scale. How does it know what you're pouring or what you're weighing? I'm gonna have to look at that scale. I'm not buying it from TikTok though.
Carbs with 25 grams of sugar
63 grams of carbs is crazy for a bowl of cereal.
and almost no protein in a bowl of Cheerio.
Yeah, 25 grams of sugar. So the recommended maximum limit, this is not saying recommended as in you should reach this limit. The recommended maximum limit of added sugar for men is 25 grams, and for women it's 24 grams. Basically the same thing. This is why I always say it is incredibly important to be mindful about what you are eating, because you can very easily go over that 25 grams by breakfast alone. It's so easy. Eat in a day as a plus size person that does not want.
What I eat in a day as a plus size person that doesn't want to lose weight. Every morning when I wake up, I do have some caffeine. So I just had some cold brew with almond milk creamer.
Oh, I will say her hair, that red looks very, I thought her hair was natural. That looks really good.
I've been trying to eat gluten-free when I can. So for brekkie, I had this bagel with dill pickle mustard, spinach, veggie bacon, cheese, and egg. And then later I had a couple pieces of chocolate. For lunch, I had
That veggie bacon threw me for a loop. I was like, what the hell is that? What the hell is even that?
vegetarian chicken sandwich with some cheese and pickles, gluten-free bread, fries, some barbecue sauce. And then later when my boyfriend got home, we got some Dunkin'. So here's my Dunkin' order. Okay, we were running low on groceries. So this was like me scraping together stuff in my pantry, but I had some like cheesy beans with spinach and onion and some garlic naan. I know it looks weird, but it was good. And then
that is awesome. I commend her for doing that, because a lot of people, when they see that, oh, I don't have any food in my fridge, or even when they do have food in their fridge, they'll just order takeout or order DoorDash or go get fast food. So that looked good, honestly.
And of course a ginger ale, because I love ginger ale. For dessert, I had some cookie butter ice cream with a bunch of strawberries on top, and that's all she ate. What I eat bagel with dill
Half bagels,
pickle mustard,
that's not
spinach,
not bad at all.
bacon, cheese, and egg. And then later I had a couple pieces of chocolate. For lunch, I had a vegetarian chicken.
Lunch, I would have omitted the French fries, just because you have all of the bread, and then your fake chicken is also breaded, so I would have omitted those. But again, I mean, it's not terrible.
Sandwich with some cheese and pickles, gluten-free bread, fries, some barbecue sauce. And then later when my boyfriend got home, we got some Dunkin'. So here's
2 blueberry shots. What is that? The oat milk is going to make it crazy high in calories and sugar. Oat milk is just basically sugar.
beans with spinach.
And then, yeah, I mean, that was a very carby day. What I eat as a fat girl, what I eat
in a day as a fat girl. I started the morning with pancakes and a healthy spread of Nutella on it.
You're starting the day off incredibly wrong. If you want to have your Nutella and pancakes, eat it at the end of the day. If you want your sweet treats, which you shouldn't be eating sweet treats all the time, first of all. If you are obese, you should not be eating sweet treats all the time either, because you've had enough sweet treats to last the next 4 years. Sorry. Yeah, she should be eating this at the end of the day. Again, blood sugar spike, roller coaster. You know the drill.
Lunch, I obviously had my favorite. It was bhindi aloo, which is okra and roti and dahi. And you know I can't skip my lunch laban up. Then in the evening, my mom made gluten-free banana bread. It was so tasty. Oh my god. Lastly, for dinner, she made Frankie, which is like a wrap. It's filled with potato, pickled onions, chutney, cheese. But yeah, that's everything I ate today.
Like 4 grams of protein today. That ain't it, chief. Okay, this comment, I'm very glad I opened this. How are you fat girl when your food is all homemade? This is an extremely common misconception. Just because you home make your food, that does not mean it is inherently healthier. That does not mean you're eating less calories. That does not mean you won't become fat. When you're cooking at home, Yes, it is better for your wallet. You do typically, normally, not always, use better ingredients. That's not, I'm not saying like those are truths. However, you can still overeat homemade food. You can still make calorie rich, calorie laden homemade food, especially when you have parents cooking, because parents typically don't really care about that stuff. They just want to make the food, move on. So the amount of oil that they are using, you have no idea. Ghee or butter, you have no idea. So this comment's kind of irrelevant. I wonder what the replies will say. Yep, homemade food can be unhealthy too. Depends on calories. Okay, I'm glad people are correcting her. Homemade doesn't necessarily mean low calorie. Any set calorie surplus will make you gain, period. And they said, yes, but she is only eating the main meals, not that much else for unhealthy snacks. Irrelevant. Yep, it's all about calorie content that matters. And if you don't move a lot, those calories add up. Absolutely correct. I think one of the biggest problems with people and the way that they eat is they are eating like they are athletes. You have women who are sedentary who should be eating around 14 to 1500 calories a day, eating 1700 calories plus per day. This is why you are fat. Same with men. Like, I'm not leaving men out of this, but typically in the fat acceptance world or this space, it's usually always women. Healthy spread of Nutella. What I eat in a day as a happy fat woman. I always side-eye fat people when they're like, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. If you are so happy, you don't have to tell people that you're happy. People can just see it.
And a little morning snack after is what I eat in a day is a happy fat woman. She's so happy.
She's so happy because she's indulging herself and actively participating in her addiction. That's why she's happy. You get that dopamine rush. That's why you're happy. But afterwards, you're not happy. And how do I know this? Because I've been there. Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. Oh my gosh, so happy. I'm gonna eat 3. What would I get? I would get the hash browns. It's very similar to my McDonald's order, except even more because of Dunkin' Donuts. Who goes to Dunkin' and doesn't get donuts? Put them on a list. Anyway, I would get like one of the sausage egg muffins. I would remove the meat though, because back then I was a pescatarian, or I would tell them don't put any meat on it. Hash browns and then 2 donuts, and I'm eating it. Hell yeah. I'm so happy. This is so good. Oh yeah. And then immediately after I'm done, it's like instant depression, because again, why did I do that? I feel sick. My stomach hurts. I feel bad for the rest of the day. I have intense cravings and I'm fat. So
look at her. Had a little morning snack after a shower. One might call it breakfast. I had these jumbo blueberries. They're so big. That one looked a little bit like confect. Very excited for my lunch that is sponsored by my grandma. Now, I do have to say, I find it
This part of the video, I will be using the mic that is on this camera, so I do apologize if it is a little bit weird. I'm charging my other mic. I thought it was fully charged, but I just simply don't have the time to let that fully charge because I have my real job I need to go back to very shortly. So I'm going to continue this. Please bear with me.
Entirely embarrassing to need to lift on my tippy toes to reach something, but you know,
I have to do that too. I'm only 4'11", if you guys were not aware. People always think I'm taller. It might be because of the attitude. But no, I am 4'11". I'm closer to the devil.
I'm just gonna get past that. Grandma's find the darndest thing. So I had this Starbucks grilled cheese with a whole block of cheese, but I added a little bit of tuna to make a tuna melt, and then I had Panera autumn squash soup, also sponsored by my grandma. I don't know how she got both these items, but they're on me now. I was feeling a bit peckish, and I'm really trying hard.
I couldn't tell if that cat was fat. If you have fat pets, you are an irresponsible and neglectful pet parent. Period. Your pet should not be fat.
To actually eat the fruits and vegetables that I put into my fridge. So I had a little mini cucumber with a little bit of salt, a little bit of ranch, and of course a cute cat on the.
So the ranch, knock it off with the ranch. Just knock it off. That's so much ranch. I love ranch. I love ranch. What you do is you get cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. I typically do Greek yogurt. If you don't like the consistency or texture of cottage cheese, you can blend it up. But you can buy those ranch dips packs. I'll put a picture of what that looks like right here, and you mix that in with the cottage cheese / Greek yogurt, and boom, high protein, low calorie ranch, not real ranch. So unnecessary.
Side, look at that baby. We went to our friend's place to play some.
I'm again, I know these people are not on weight loss journeys, so the tips are mostly for you guys.
Games, and I had some protein chips on the way. I'm not a huge fan of like the pop chip, but I do really like this brand of chips. Had a late night dinner, so of course that meant Taco Bell. I got a bean burrito, add rice, and these like little mini chalupas that also have cheese on the outside with potato. I don't really know what they're called. My husband orders them. I put a little extra ranch, and I love the mango fiesta, but like it was not hitting. It was very watered down. Is what I eat in a day.
Yeah, I understand why she looks the way that she looks, and I imagine she feels even worse. What I eat in a day as a fat person who's not trying to lose weight. One thing I've noticed about these people is if you go to their account, a lot of the times they do eventually start a weight loss journey, which I am 1000% happy for. I want everyone who is obese to no longer be obese. I want everyone that is super morbidly obese to become obese and then no longer obese. I want everyone to be healthy. I want everyone to live in a body that is healthy, that they feel good in, and that doesn't hurt. That is my ultimate goal and my ultimate dream. Unfortunately, you cannot force people to change. You cannot force people to lose weight. I do these videos to show you that eating like this is not okay. It's not okay for you, and it's not okay for society.
Whatever. I only ate 3 of them. Hey besties, this is what I eat in a day as a fat person who doesn't care and spend their whole life worrying about losing weight. What I am focused on.
I can tell that you don't care, and you should want to care. Why wouldn't you care about your life? Why wouldn't you care about your body? That is so weird and so bizarre to me. And they say it like it's a quirky thing. Like, it's not quirky. It's not cute. It's gross. Like, the lack of discipline and the lack of self-respect is honestly... I get it. I've been there. I've been there. Before we start typing, I've been there.
However, is not eating out.
And it's a cope. It's just a cope saying, oh, I don't like long walks on the beach. I like long walks on the fridge, or like all those little quotes and sayings. It's all a cope because they are not ready. They don't want to lose the weight yet, or they do want to lose the weight. They just don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the effort, because yes, it is work. It is effort. It is hard. It is extremely hard. It is simple, but it is difficult. So by them saying, oh, I love being fat, I blah, 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 it just absolves them of personal responsibility. That's all it is.
If you've been following me for a long time, you know I DoorDash or go out to eat like every single meal, so I need to stop that. So we're trying to get that going. I made some...
Is she fat as fuck? She's also lazy and broke. Because it's mostly broke people who are door dashing, by the way. People who are wealthy aren't door dashing that often. Especially fast food. I mean, when I was broke, I was broke. Like, broke. And guess what I was doing? I was door dashing. I was also fat back then too, so I was a hot ass mess. I've gotten myself out of both of those holes, so it's hard, but it has to be done. Because it's like, what's the other option? You stay fat and you stay broke and you stay lazy forever? No. That's why it bothers me so much when people compare themselves to the average, like averages. Like, oh, well, the average person does this, average person does that. Bitch, the average American is overweight or obese. 77% of Americans are at least overweight. 1 in every 5 are obese. 1 in every 11 are super morbidly obese. The average American cannot afford a $1,000 emergency. The average American only walks 3,000 to 4,000 steps per day. So you want to be average? You want to be fat, broke, and lazy? No, you should want better for yourself. And if that's you right now, I'm talking to you, you should want better for yourself. And you can get better for yourself. You can change these things. The first step is personal responsibility. You need to admit that you are the one who put yourself in this position. Because you are. It's not the outside world's fault. Sure, you might have had a bad childhood. Most of us have. Sure, you have trauma. Most of us do. Oh, you're neurodivergent. Hello. I get it. It is still your responsibility. You are not responsible for what happened to you. However, you are responsible for fixing it. And until you get to that point, you will stay in the same spot and just keep spiraling. You'll keep spiraling down, and then it gets worse and worse and worse until you hit a rock bottom. And that rock bottom does exist. For some people it doesn't exist, which is quite sad. Like, who's it? Candy, hungry fat chick. Horrible, sad situation because she's not really problematic like Amber Lynn. Same with Amber Lynn. She's not going to fix herself. She's going to RIP. And that's it. There is no rock bottom.
Pancakes this morning just because I realized I had some Bisquick, so I was proud of myself for that, for not door dashing McDonald's. It's not that I don't know how to cook, it's that I just don't feel like it. My dad was a chef, for crying out loud. Getting coffee out though is not a problem because I have my Nespresso and it literally scratches the itch so well that I don't even want Starbucks. I know, that's crazy, right? I should be
Yeah, to be fair, making coffee, it'll usually always taste better than Starbucks anyway.
Nespresso spokesperson. It has saved me about $1,000 and I'm not even exaggerating. Anywho.
Why is she eating on, I hate when people eat on paper plates. I know that's so nitpicky, but it just shows, it's laziness. That's what it is. It's not like you're at a party and you're eating from a paper plate. No, you're at home. Why are you eating off of a paper plate?
Here's my pancakes with some syrup. I don't like syrup on my pancakes. I like to dip it. That's a little bit weird thing about me, but whatever. I only ate 3 of them because I let my body tell me when I'm full. Next, I'm eating Whataburger because I was craving it, and just because I'm...
Obese people like this do not have normal satiety and hunger signals. You just don't.
Trying not to spend...
Speaking from experience.
Money eating out doesn't mean if I'm out, I'm gonna not get food. For example,
why? This is just like petulant child behavior. She literally just said, I don't want to spend money on DoorDash, but then she still goes out to eat. Bring something from home. Make something at home and then bring it out with you. Or eat something other than pancakes in the morning. Eat an actual satiating meal so when you go run your errands, you're not hungry and you stop at Five Guys or Whataburger or whatever the fuck.
Today I was doing a lot of errands and so I didn't want to go all the way home, so I just went to Whataburger. And let me...
This is just cope and excuses. Oh, well, this is what food addicts do. Which is exactly what I would do to myself, is you make excuses and you justify everything. Oh, I need this because, oh, you know, well, I'm hungry and I'm going to go run some errands, but I really don't want to drive back home. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Whataburger. No. You know what you can do instead of driving home? Drive your ass to Safeway. Drive your ass to whatever grocery store, and you can find food that's already prepared and eat that. It's really, you don't have to go to Whataburger. You don't have to get this giant grilled cheese. I don't even know what that is. Golly.
Go off on my tangent here real quick. There are a lot of really sad people in this world that don't understand that everybody's genetic makeup is different. Some people that are bigger, it is outside of their control.
Shut the fuck up. Literally, shut the fuck up. I'm so sorry. I'm just so sick of this. The reason why you are obese, look at what's in your hand. It is not your genetic makeup. It is not your metabolism. It is not your hormones. It's because you are eating too much food. It is just baffling. The cope is baffling. I got my genetic makeup done, or my genetic markers or whatever done. I legitimately have, if I can, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I have genes that predispose me to being overweight. I am not overweight. I was obese, but that wasn't because of my genes. It was because I was eating too much. I ate more calories than my body needs to survive throughout the day. And when you do that, energy has to go somewhere, and your body will create more energy in the way of fat cells. Your fat is there so your body can pull from it when you are in a situation where you can't eat enough food to sustain yourself. That is what fat is for. You're not fat because of your genetics. And this has 19,000 likes, by the way. And this is why it's so frustrating, because people who don't know shit about weight loss, weight gain, all of that, will watch this, if they're fat or not, and then say, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And then they'll pass that along to someone else, and then pass that along to someone else. It is infuriating.
Some people have thyroid issues. Some people have PCOS.
Yeah, if you have a thyroid issue, guess what? You can go to your doctor and get medication and then be brought down or up to a level that is more normal. And then you can still lose weight. I have people in my comment sections all the time saying, I have hyper or hypothyroidism. I have PCOS. I still lost the weight. Was it harder? Yes, but I still did it. Look in the comment section below. I guarantee you there will be people in there. It does not make it impossible. It is a freaking cope. Harder does not equal impossible. You are fat because you are stuffing your face with nothing but ultra processed, hyper palatable, calorie laden food. That is why. Golly.
OS, shut your gosh darn mouth. You would not be making
No, I'm not gonna shut my gosh darn mouth until people like you realize that it's your fault. It is your fault. You make decisions every single day that add up to what you look like now. That is your fault. Personal responsibility, who? Personal responsibility, where? Where is it? And you will stay fat, not you, maybe, I don't know. She will stay fat until she learns personal responsibility.
comments about what people eat if the person was skinny, I promise. So go away, you
If someone was skinny eating like this, I would have the same exact, maybe not the same exact commentary, but I would also say that's gross. Why are you eating like that? You can also develop type 2 diabetes if you're skinny. You can still have elevated cholesterol and develop heart disease as a skinny person, of course. But the thing with skinny people is if they're eating like this, it's not often. And if it is, they will eventually gain weight. Just give it some time.
suck. And I mean that. I'm allowed to have Whataburger, that's it. Anyways, then I chugged a whole thing of water because I drink a lot of water throughout the day. Look at my cute cup from Simple Modern. Have a good big cup
That cup is cute. I'll give her that. And that pot is also cute.
like that really does make me drink more. And then for dinner, I made $1 million pasta, $1 million spaghetti, whatever. It's a menage of things. But I was meal prepping for the week mostly because apparently I don't know how to cook for one. But I had a lot of gross stuff today. I didn't feel good. So I wanted to have some vegetables, you know. So I just pulled some butter noodles to the side because why are they so good? And then ate a whole bag of broccoli. Again, F off. I'm allowed to eat whatever I want to. Ooh, it makes me so mad. I never make these videos because of that. But anyways, here's me drinking it.
Congrats, you had one vegetable. I also feel like everyone forgets this fact, but scientifically, weight is just used to measure the gravitational force keeping you on Earth. Oh my god, let me see your gut. Let me see your waist to height ratio, because that is a very strong indicator if you're gonna develop metabolic diseases. I guarantee you this person is also obese. I don't like TikTok. I really don't. I don't use TikTok. If you follow me on there, sorry, I don't post on there. I just don't like it. What I eat in a day? Oh wait. Oh, I like this Jazz girl. I remember the first time I reacted to her, she was not on a weight loss journey. Then she was, and then she wasn't. So this was 3 days ago. Let's see where she's at. I will make this the last video. That last video got me freaking heated. I don't get heated that often, but I just...
This for the fat bitches today that don't give a hell to lose some weight because big bitches still get bent. Amen. This for the fat bitches today that don't give a hell to lose some weight because big bitches still get bent.
So she's not on a weight loss journey.
Now I'm drinking my dragon fruit energy drink. Y'all keep asking, this is what I use. They only 5 calories. Y'all, I'm eating dark chocolate with almond.
Is that the first meal of the day?
Y'all, I'm eating turkey sausage.
It is always so weird whenever it's usually the chocolate that gets me, because yeah, they're eating their normal food, but with the chocolates they'll usually only have 2 or 3 pieces and then they eat them just like staring into the camera. Like, how is that fun? Those look like dog treats.
Y'all, this my dinner. Don't it look good? I have some jasmine rice, some gravy, some shrimp, some chicken, some carrots, some corn, some cabbage. Here, get you.
That does look good. I would eat that. I'll never forget when Amberlynn Reed was like, I'm not gonna buy baby carrots anymore because they're processed and they don't have as much nutrition. And then she buys whole carrots, and then the next meal she's eating like Sonic.
Y'all, let me eat all this. Y'all, and I'm drinking fruit punch. Y'all, I lied. That's all I ate. Y'all, I mean
That was a big bowl.
some hot fries.
Oh man, hot. I talk about this all the time. Anything hot Cheeto, like flaming hot flavored. Like, not only were hot Cheetos one of my binge foods, hot fries, hot puffs, hot Funyuns, hot Fritos, all of them on rotation, often multiple times in a day. I loved them. I refuse. I can't. I don't. I know. I feel like they would hurt my tummy a lot too.
Y'all, I mean one of them 20-calorie popsicles from Aldi, but it kind of broke in half. Y'all, I know I didn't really eat normal today, but that's because today was really fucking chaotic. Anywho, I'm gonna finish all this, and that's everything for that girl today. Thank you, Levin. This what a fat bitch eats in an day that don't.
Yeah, not a great day. I have no idea any of the words he said. Yeah, I mean, the bowl was fine, I guess, but other than that, man, there's just so many. I need to get back to work. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Sorry if I was a little bit bitchy. You will notice that I do two different types of reactions to what I eat in a day. I do what I eat in a day as a fat person versus what I eat in a day as a fat person trying to lose weight. My attitude and tone in both of those videos are completely different. I have grace and empathy and understanding for the people trying to lose weight. For the ones that are just posting their binges and saying, I don't care, I don't have respect for that. I think it's gross, I think it's irresponsible, and I'm a little bit more sassy. It is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Me and the frog say thank you. And until next time, I will see you on Saturday when I post my Saturday vlogs. The Saturday vlog is going to be really fun. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I have my 12-hour endurance run. And then a week after that, I have another trail half marathon. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I will vlog all of it. I've been training very hard. If you're interested in the training stuff, again, my Saturday vlogs. Also on my Instagram, bloop, I'll put that right here. I post a lot there. I post on my stories every day. I do rants over there. I post like workout stuff, a lot of food stuff. I have a lot of food tags. They're called eats. I talk about them all the time. But if you need some food if you need some food inspiration or suggestions, I have years worth going back to 2021. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.